This is number 11. 28 young men bathed by the shore, 28 young men, and all so friendly. 28 years of womanly life and also lonesome. She owns the fine house by the rise of the bank. She hides, handsome and richly dressed, after the blinds of the window. Which of the young men does she like the best? The homeliest of them is beautiful to her. Where are you off to, lady? For I see you. You splash in the water there, yet stay stock still in your room. Dancing and laughing along the beach came the 29th bather. The rest did not see her, but she saw them and loved them. The beards of the young men glistened with wet. It ran down their long hair. Little streams passed over their bodies. An unseen hand also passed over their bodies. It descended tremblingly from their backs, from their temples and ribs. Young men float on their backs. Their white bellies bulge to the sun. They do not ask who seizes fast to them. They do not know who puffs and declines with pendant and bending arc. They do not think who they souse with spray. I believe, along with Billy Collins, that the very worst thing you can do to a poem is tie it to a chair and beat it with a hose until it confesses and gives up whatever secret it might have. And I think Walt Whitman also thinks this is the worst thing that you can do. He earlier in Song of Myself, he makes fun of people who think that they get the meaning of poems, right? But I think it's okay to draw connections, and I think it's okay that when ideas come out of those connections, and sometimes those ideas may be in the poem or maybe not. Maybe they're just in me. But what this poem reminds me of, or the connection I make, is with the stanza that comes much later in 32, where Whitman is describing a horse. He says, "A gigantic beauty of a stallion, limbs glossy and supple, tail dusting the ground, eyes full of sparkling wickedness, ears finely cut. His nostrils dilate as my heels embrace him. His well-built limbs tremble with pleasure as we race around and return." But he doesn't really need this horse, because he says, "I use you but a minute, and then I resign you, stallion. Why do I need you? Why do I need your paces when I myself outgallop them, even as I stand or sit, passing faster than you?" And I think that the only way that Whitman is going to pass faster than this horse when he's standing or sitting is when he's projecting himself into the horse, or maybe, I guess, something faster than the horse, right? And I think that's what's happening with the young woman who's richly dressed behind the curtain in this house, isolated by her wealth and her power, that she is projecting herself into the waves, and she's caressing the bodies of those beautiful young men. And I think Whitman, even as he stands or sits, is projecting himself into her.